In a startling turn of events, two 2024 Nobel Prize winners have issued urgent warnings about the future of our world. Geoffrey Hinton, the winner of the Physics Nobel, isn't popping champagne. Instead, he's sounding the alarm on AI getting smarter than humans in every way.
AI will become more intelligent than us, and we need to think hard about what happens then.
Meanwhile, the Nobel Peace Prize winners, Nihon, Hidankyo, they are ringing another alarm bell. These survivors of Hiroshima and Nagasaki have a chilling message. Nuclear war is a growing threat. Hello and welcome. I'm Mark Lin, and you're watching Connecting the Dots. AI superintelligence is a concept that remains hypothetical for now and would involve machines that surpass human intelligence in every way, outperforming us in reasoning, problem solving, and even creativity. Unlike humans, such systems would have access to the entire body of human knowledge and wouldn't be limited by age or mortality. This poses a profound challenge, as humans could find themselves unable to compete with machines that continue to grow in knowledge and capability without the natural constraints that govern human life. So, where are we now in terms of AI? We currently have what experts call narrow AI, which excels at specific tasks like language translation or chess. However, it can't think beyond its programming. Superintelligence, on the other hand, would have the ability to learn, adapt, and even create its own goals. While such advancements could lead to solving complex global problems like climate change, even health crises, or even exploring the mysteries of space, they could also pose catastrophic risks. Those risks include the existential threat of misaligned AI goals. If AI systems develop goals that are not in harmony with human values and they turn rogue, well, a nightmare where humans lose control over technology. So superintelligence could also cause massive disruptions in the global job market, with automation displacing human workers. We're already seeing signs of this. ByteDance, the parent company of TikTok, recently announced plans to cut hundreds of jobs, including many in Malaysia, as it shifts towards AI-assisted content moderation. This highlights how rapidly AI is transforming industries. But there is a concern about AI bias. If AI systems are trained on biased data, they can perpetuate or even worsen social inequalities. Moreover, AI systems have the capability to process vast amounts of personal data in mere nanoseconds, raising alarm bells over privacy and surveillance. Then there's the potential for AI to be weaponized. Super intelligent AI could be used in cyber attacks, threatening critical infrastructure and national security. As we move towards an increasingly AI-driven future, Hinton's warning is clear. There needs to be responsible development and strong safeguards in place to prevent unintended consequences. For now, the conversation about AI's future and its potential dangers has only just begun. But as the world grapples with the rise of artificial intelligence, another critical concern has resurfaced: the growing risk of nuclear conflict. AI superintelligence and nuclear war may be more connected than we realize. Just days after AI pioneer Geoffrey Hinton warned about the dangers of AI superintelligence, another set of Nobel Prize winners echoed a different yet equally alarming concern. This year's Nobel Peace Prize went to Nihon Hidankyo, a Japanese organization built by survivors of the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombings. These survivors, some still alive today, have been vocal advocates for the abolition of nuclear weapons, warning that the world is inching closer to self-destruction. According to them, the international situation is deteriorating, with conflicts threatening to escalate into nuclear war. AI too is playing an increasing role in modern warfare. We're already seeing AI-powered weapons known as lethal autonomous weapon systems, or LAWS, in use. Now, these systems can operate independently, making decisions or taking lethal actions without human intervention. In fact, AI-equipped drones have already been deployed in the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict and possibly even in targeted assassinations in Israel's multi-front war. These developments raise chilling concerns. AI could make life or death decisions without any human oversight, potentially escalating conflicts and leading to devastating unintended consequences. Such technology doesn't just raise ethical questions, but could also trigger an AI-powered arms race. The speed and efficiency of AI in warfare could escalate conflicts much more rapidly, turning the world into a ticking time bomb. Nihon Hidankyo has been shouting from the rooftops for nuclear disarmament to avoid global annihilation, but the rise of AI in warfare adds another layer to the complexity. Who's accountable when autonomous weapons make a mistake? What happens when AI systems in opposing forces interact? These are questions that need to be addressed urgently. Remember Robert Oppenheimer, often called the father of the atomic bomb? Well, after witnessing the destructive power of his creation, Oppenheimer became an advocate for nuclear disarmament. He famously quoted the Bhagavad Gita saying, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." It's a sobering reminder of how powerful technology can change the course of history. Oppenheimer's words continue to resonate today as we face new technological advances that could have similarly devastating effects. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna teaches that war itself is not inherently righteous or unrighteous. It depends on the context and the cause. Krishna urges Arjuna to act without attachment to the outcome. Oppenheimer wrestled with that idea after creating the atomic bomb, and perhaps we too must approach AI with the same balance, harnessing its benefits while understanding the dangers that it poses. Just as Oppenheimer's creation led to a movement for arms control, perhaps Hinton's warnings about AI superintelligence can serve as a catalyst for responsible AI development guided by ethics, accountability, and foresight. Just remember, AI could be our superhero or our supervillain. The jury is still out, and maybe over time they could be replaced by robots. Nuclear weapons keep making a dangerous, unnecessary comeback. Clearly, if there's one thing that we've learned from this story, it's that we should guide the future away from becoming a sci-fi horror film. China sent a massive military presence to surround Taiwan. Fighter jets, drones, warships, and Coast Guard vessels were all deployed. The People's Liberation Army carried out emergency drills on land, sea, and air as part of its latest war games. Beijing dubbed it Joint Sword 2024B. Beijing said the exercises were a warning and that the independence of Taiwan means war. China's Coast Guard was deployed to surround Taiwan with 4 fleets moving in an anti-clockwise direction around the island. The Coast Guard from Fujian, the eastern province closest to Taiwan, conducted patrolling in waters near the Matsu Islands, which are under Taipei's control. China's military practiced blocking Taiwan's key ports, which would cripple the island's ability to receive vital imports including food, trade, and energy. The drills focused on disrupting liquefied natural gas shipments, highlighting China's power to strangle Taiwan's energy supply. Taiwan detected over 150 Chinese aircraft around the island, a record high for a single day. 17 warships were also spotted. Shortly after the military exercises began, Taiwan's Coast Guard caught and detained a Chinese national trying to sneak up to a sensitive Taiwan-controlled island near China's city of Xiamen using a small rubber boat. Listen to what Taiwan's foreign ministry said.
严重破坏区域和平稳定， By holding military drills around Taiwan, China has once again challenged the rule-based international order and seriously undermined regional peace and stability. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs calls on China not to cause trouble for no reason and become a troublemaker.
The drills came after Taiwan's president Lai Ching-te vowed to resist annexation in his National Day speech. He also declared that Beijing and Taipei are equal and not subordinate to each other. Since taking office in May, President Lai Ching-te has been more vocal than his predecessor Tsai Ing-wen in defending Taiwan's sovereignty.
The Republic of China and the People's Republic of China are not subordinate to each other. On this land, democracy and freedom are growing and thriving. The People's Republic of China has no right to represent Taiwan.
Lai convened a high-level security meeting over the drills. Beijing calls Lai a separatist. In recent years, China's military activity near Taiwan has surged. This means more Chinese warplanes are taking to the skies and its ships are regularly patrolling the waters around Taiwan, creating an air of heightened alertness. Let's understand the strategic location of the Taiwan Strait. The Taiwan Strait is a 130-kilometer wide passage that separates the southeastern Chinese province of Fujian from the main island of Taiwan. Small Taiwanese islands like Kinmen and Matsu lie just kilometers from China's coastline. The Taiwan Strait is crucial for global trade, with over $2.45 trillion, I repeat, $2.45 trillion in goods passing through it in 2022. That's 1/5 of the world's maritime trade. Taiwan produces 90% of the world's most advanced computing chips used in smartphones, military equipment, and more. But what if this vital trade artery is disrupted? Analysts warn that a Chinese invasion or a blockade would devastate global supply chains, causing shipping cancellations, costly diversions, and economic chaos. A conflict over Taiwan would also put its democratic freedoms and way of life at risk. It would also risk a wider conflict, as the United States has pledged to help Taiwan defend itself. So the stakes are high. The dispute between China and Taiwan dates back to a civil war in which the nationalist forces of Chiang Kai-shek were defeated by Mao Zedong's communist fighters and fled to the island in 1949. China and Taiwan have been ruled separately since then. As tensions continue to escalate, the question remains, what's next for Taiwan? And will China's aggressive posturing spark a global crisis? It was a watershed moment. In March 2009, the world got its cheapest car, Tata Nano, the brainchild of Ratan Tata. Priced at just 1 lakh rupees, that's 100,000 rupees, it became popular as Lakh Takiya car in India. But what motivated Tata to come up with a Nano? In an interview, Ratan Tata shared a past experience. Ratan Tata was in a car in Bengaluru on a rainy day. He saw a family on a two-wheeler riding through the puddles. And he thought, what if they slip on the wet road? And then it actually happened. The two-wheeler skidded right in front of him. The family fell all over the road. It was a shocking moment for Ratan Tata. He felt he needed to do something. He realized how easily accidents can happen and damage families. And then comes the idea to provide the middle class of India with a safe and affordable four-wheeler. The Tata Nano was a project close to his heart, aimed at changing lives. But surprisingly, the project didn't go well. Why? In India, somehow cars happened to be a status symbol. Many were hesitant to be seen driving what was branded as the world's cheapest car. Even Ratan Tata believed that Tata Motors should have marketed Nano as the most affordable car instead of the world's cheapest car. Ratan Tata's successes overshadowed his failures. Under his leadership, Tata Group's revenues skyrocketed from $6 billion to $100 billion, expanding to over 100 countries. Here you must know the Indica story. In 1998, Ratan Tata launched Tata Indica. It was the first car model designed and built in India. However, the Indica's early sales were disappointing and losses mounted. Ratan Tata considered selling the production unit to Ford. In 1999, he met Ford's CEO Bill Ford in the United States, but the meeting was humiliating. Bill Ford questioned Tata Motors' place in the auto industry, saying buying the plant would be a favor. Ratan Tata returned to India determined to prove critics wrong. Instead of giving up, he focused on improving the Indica. By 2004, Tata Motors exported it to Europe and Africa. By 2007, it became a symbol of Indian manufacturing success. Meanwhile, the global economy changed. Ford struggled during the 2008 recession, nearing bankruptcy. The tables had turned. Ratan Tata seized the opportunity. He acquired Jaguar Land Rover from Ford. Ironically, Ford executives reportedly acknowledged that Tata was now doing them a favor by taking the brands off their hands. For Ratan Tata, this wasn't revenge. It was a strategic business decision. After graduating with a degree in architecture at Cornell University, Ratan Tata returned to India in 1962 to join the family business, founded by the legendary Jamshedji Tata. Ratan Tata transformed the group into a global powerhouse through landmark acquisitions. Notably, Tata bought British tea company Tetley in 2000 for $432 million and Anglo-Dutch steelmaker Chorus in 2007 for $13 billion, marking the largest takeover of a foreign firm by an Indian company at that time. In 2004, he took Tata Consultancy Services public, encouraging investments in technology stocks at a time of uncertainty. Beyond business, Ratan Tata has played a crucial role in nurturing India's startup ecosystem, providing capital and guidance to successful ventures such as Paytm, Ola, Lenskart, Urban Company, and many more. Ratan Tata's philanthropy has also touched millions. Through Tata Trusts, he is focused on charitable initiatives, building a network of cancer hospitals and supporting various causes. His resilience shone brightly during the 2008 Mumbai terror attacks, when the iconic Taj Mahal Palace Hotel, a Tata property, was targeted. After the tragic loss of 166 lives, including 11 hotel employees, Ratan Tata made a heartfelt promise to support the families affected. He pledged lifelong salaries for the relatives of those lost. He invested over $1 billion in restoration of the hotel in just 21 months. In 2008, he received the Padma Vibhushan, the second highest civilian honor in India. Ratan Tata also had a great love for dogs. In 2018, he was invited to Buckingham Palace by then Prince Charles to receive a Lifetime Achievement Award for his philanthropic efforts. But Tata cancelled his trip at the last hour because his beloved dog Tito fell gravely ill. Ratan Naval Tata, the chairman emeritus of Tata Sons, passed away at the age of 86 on October 9, 2024. His leadership, philanthropy, and resilience have inspired countless individuals. His legacy will continue to impact millions. That's all in this edition of Connecting the Dots. We'll see you next week with more raging issues. Until then, it's goodbye from all of us in the Delhi newsroom. This is Mark Lynn signing off. Take care and namaskar.